Why do you instinctively pull away when someone gets too close, even when you desperately want connection? This isn't a character flaw or a simple fear. It's a neurological adaptation. When emotional validation is missing in childhood, your brain doesn't just store bad memories. It fundamentally rewires its entire operating system for relationships. The need for secure attachment is a primal drive. When that need goes unmet, the brain builds a series of survival mechanisms to cope. These adaptations are brilliant solutions to a childhood problem, but they become major obstacles to adult intimacy. Today, we're going to explore 5 specific psychological patterns that result from this rewiring. Understanding these is the first step toward consciously changing them. If you're ready for some evidence-based insights into your own mind, let's begin. The 5 attachment adaptations. The first pattern is relational hypervigilance. If your early caregivers were inconsistent, sometimes attentive, sometimes distant, or preoccupied, your developing brain had to become an expert threat detector. It learned that love was unpredictable. The survival logic was simple. If you can anticipate rejection or withdrawal, you might be able to prevent it. This is the origin of anxious attachment. As an adult, this shows up as a constant, exhausting scan of your relationships. You read deeply into text messages, tone of voice, and minor changes in behavior. You are always looking for the first sign that someone is pulling away. Your nervous system is stuck in a state of high alert, treating every interaction as potential evidence of abandonment. It's not paranoia, it's a hyper-aware defense mechanism that was once necessary for emotional survival. The second adaptation is difficulty integrating positive input. This creates a profound internal conflict. You might crave love and affirmation, but when you receive it, it feels wrong, unsettling, or even suspicious. This happens because there's a cognitive dissonance between the external kindness you're receiving and your internal negative core beliefs. These are the deeply programmed sense that you are fundamentally unworthy of love. Your brain, which is designed to maintain a consistent model of the world, actually rejects information that contradicts its core programming. So, genuine compliments are dismissed and acts of kindness are met with skepticism. You might even unconsciously sabotage positive relationships because the stability they offer feels unfamiliar and therefore unsafe. The comfort of the familiar, even if it's painful, often feels safer than the uncertainty of genuine, stable affection. Third, we have the drive for conditional self-worth. When emotional support was tied to performance, like getting good grades or not causing trouble, you internalized a dangerous equation. Your value is earned, not inherent. This fuels a lifetime of people-pleasing and perfectionism. You believe that you need to be helpful enough, successful enough, or low-maintenance enough. Then, you will finally earn the love and security you missed. The tragedy is that this creates an exhausting pursuit of a finish line that doesn't exist. External validation can never fill an internal void because the goalposts keep moving. You achieve one thing and immediately feel you need to achieve the next to maintain your worth. This pattern keeps you running on a treadmill, mistaking achievement for acceptability. The fourth pattern is emotional blunting as protection. For some, the childhood environment was emotionally unsafe. The only viable strategy was to shut down. If expressing sadness or anger led to punishment, invalidation, or being overwhelmed by a parent's own emotions, the nervous system learns a lesson. Feeling is dangerous. Dissociation becomes a functional survival tool. As an adult, this manifests as a general numbness or a feeling of being behind a glass wall. You might have shallow relationships. This is because you struggle to access or express deep emotions. People might describe you as fine or calm, but the internal experience is one of disconnection. This isn't a lack of feeling. It's a sophisticated protective mechanism that walls you off from potential pain, but at the cost of genuine connection. Finally, the fifth adaptation is a deep-seated fear of being a burden. If your needs were routinely minimized, ignored, or met with resentment, you learned a brutal lesson. Your needs are a problem. This becomes internalized as the belief that your very existence is an inconvenience. As an adult, this shows up as a reluctance to ask for help, a tendency to over-apologize, and a pattern of silent suffering. You might go to great lengths to avoid depending on anyone, equating neediness with weakness and fearing that expressing a need will drive people away. This pattern reinforces isolation because it prevents the very mutual dependence that healthy relationships are built on. The core work here is to reframe needs not as burdens, but as a fundamental and valid part of being human. The crucial takeaway is that these 5 patterns are not personal failures. They are evidence of a brain that adapted brilliantly to survive a challenging environment. Awareness itself is the first and most powerful step toward change because it allows you to see the underlying mechanism instead of just the symptoms. This awareness creates the space for neuroplasticity, for your brain to slowly learn new, more secure ways of relating. The strategic effort involves noticing when these old patterns activate and consciously choosing a different response, even a small one. If this analysis helped you understand your own mind, hit the like button. For more evidence-based insights into psychology and self-development, subscribe to Cognitive Insights.